Hello, and thank you for meeting us for segment 5, allergy-free marketing and training support. Through this particular segment, I am going to go through a lot of the marketing material that we're going to provide that come with the project. We'll also go through a lot of the forms and kind of show you how the stuff works. So this particular one right here is a lobby poster that we put up in the lobby so patients can kind of see, oh, allergy-free, what is this? And so then you want to start getting the attention of the patients as they walk in the door. So this is kind of like their first line of oh, wow, okay, this might be interesting. We can also put this, if you're using like a big screen TV, we can have this on a rotational portion where we can kind of educate people on the videos. We can even do customized videos if you prefer, where when we do the training day, we can actually take video footage of the patients, of the staff, of the doctors, and kind of do like a quick interview, and then come back with a customized video that you can put on the big screen and say, hey, if you're dealing with allergies, this is what we can do. That would be additional charge to the marketing piece, but this is the basics of what you get. You get the lobby video, and then you get the patient flyer. So when you look at the patient flyer, this piece right here that you're looking at is the front cover. This piece right here, which is in the middle, is going to be the step-by-step explanation of the project. And then on the very far end, over on the other side, is going to be the symptom score. We've already gone over the symptom score. I'm not going to go over that again, but this is the initial, how are you feeling? And then from 0 to 5, 0 being 0 and 5 being extremely allergic, tell us how you feel. And we want to bubble this out, total it up, and then and flip it over on the other side, and then fill out the other survey that's here. That survey then is torn off. They keep the portion on the left and the middle. The portion that's on the right is torn off, handed over to the front desk. Front desk then hands it off to the staff. Then the staff hands it off to the doctor after they put the patient in the room, saying, hey, here's another allergy patient. So that's how this thing works. Super, super, super efficient. We've already figured out all this stuff for you. All you have to do is put it at the front desk. And when we come in for the training day, we go through, and I'll show you this in a second, but when we come in for the training day, we come in and we train the entire staff through the process, and we walk the patient. Here's what they do first, and here's what they do next, and here's what they do next, and here's what they do next. We are on site all day there to train your staff and make sure you know exactly what to do. So here is what the prescription form looks like. And we'll go over this in detail too when I get there, when one of my staff comes in for doing the training. But we do a complete patient information, goes on the first part of this prescription form. Then we go into the pricing structure for the drops, 6-month buildup, 6-month maintenance. Make sure that you check both of them, because you want to make sure you explain this to the patient. It's $160 a month for 12 months. And you're signing up for 12 months. So you want to make sure that it works and that you put in your testing date and on your booking for the second date. So 12 months later, you want to have them come back and do the testing. The medical office follow-up visit patient pickup, you have 2 different options to be able to do this. One is determine if we ship to the medical office to pick up for the monthly visit. I highly suggest that you do that. Especially for the first 5 droppers. You want to make sure, we remember, we pay you for the droppers. We pay $20 a dropper to make sure that the patient is being compliant and you're managing the patient properly, because we want them on the drops for 12 months, because that will literally turn off the allergy quickly. But it takes time to modulate the immune system. So you got to make sure that they commit to a 12-month program, and then they start it. Now, they can stop it at any time, but we want to try and get them on a system and on a commitment. Now, when you keep in mind, if they come in for the office visit, they're coming in for a nurse visit, right? So they're coming in, they're going to refill out another symptom score, because the goal is if they're like scoring at 60 on the symptom score at the beginning, then they come in a month later for dropper 2, they do another symptom score, and they're at like 30. Wow, you're the drops are working. Your symptoms have dropped. Then they come in for dropper 3. Wow, you're down to 10. Holy smoke, this stuff really works well. And then you come in for month 4 and there's 0 on the symptoms. Now you know that it's working. Here's the problem though. You want to make sure that they stay on the drops, because there's 2 things that can happen here. One is, let's say they come in for spring allergies. You test them for spring allergies. They're miserable at spring because it's trees. They go through the testing, they go through the drops, and then all of a sudden they're not allergic to grass, but they might be allergic to weeds. You got to make sure that they stay on those drops throughout the summer, even though they're not symptomatic, because you want them immune by the time the fall comes and also by the time the allergies come back in the spring. So it's for 1 year. And you want to remember, in the previous segment, we showed a patient that was what they were on before and what they were on after the drops. And they went from a test of 60 allergens they were allergic to all the way down to only 6. And they're symptomatic. They were no longer symptomatic when they had been symptomatic all their life. So this stuff works, but it works really well only if they're compliant and they stay on the drops. So you got to make sure they're on them. That's why I highly suggest that you check this box, the medical office follow-up visit box, and make sure that they come in for the office on each one of these. Now, if you're not interested in following up with that, that's okay, that's fine, and it's up to you, because the patient and you get to choose how you want this done. You can send them to the medical office, and if they go, you know what, I'm not here very often, I don't want to come in, okay, fine, then we'll just send them straight to your home, but we'd like you to figure out how to fill out that symptom score as you go through. So you can check them off at the patient home, and then you check all 5 boxes, because every single one of these prescriptions are different. Prescription 1 has the lowest concentration. Step 2 is the next one. Step 3 is the next one. Step 4 is the next one. Step 5 has your maintenance dose concentration. Now, after they've gone to the 5 maintenance dose, then after that, they will go ahead and do the monthly 6 to 12 month maintenance phase. And that's the same prescription. It's just an automatic refill. And we will ship those directly to the patient's home. So the first phase, try and get them to come in for the office visits if you can. If not, check the patient home. And then on the second round of drops for the 7-month maintenance program, go ahead and just check patient's home, and we can ship those directly to their home. Then complete the clinician information. Now, our goal is to no longer have these forms here pretty soon. We're going to have the back office up in the website. So you'll be able to go back into the website and type all the patient information in, but you're still going to need to have at least a patient signature, and we can put in all the clinician information later. Fax form over to Partel Pharmacy. You can see the fax pharmacy number right there at 702-791-3630. And then after you're done with that, the patient instructions will come with the sheet with the prescription. And on the patient instructions, this will have 1 drop per day. So you see right there the starter phase, that's dropper number 1. Build-up phase is dropper number 2. Tolerance phase, dropper number 3. Immunity phase, dropper number 4. Maintenance phase, dropper number 5. And on dropper number 1, 2, 3, and 4, those are progression phases. So the first week of each one of these droppers, you will have 1 drop under the tongue every day for the first week, 2 drops the second week, 3 drops the third week, 4 drops the fourth week. But then when you get to the maintenance phase, that is going to be 5 drops under the tongue for the rest of the year. So that maintenance is the same one that you're going to do for maintenance month number 5 all the way through month number 12, then come back and do the test. And then once you do that testing again, then you'll be able to tell if they're still allergic or not. If they are still allergic, they can continue the drops on the maintenance phase until they're totally done. If you should have any questions, contact Partel Pharmacy right down there at 888-490-5534, and you can get a live person on the phone. Now, as far as how much it costs to move forward on this thing, allergy-free testing kits are $57.50 for the very first starter kit. That starter kit comes with the black, green, and blue tray, comes with all the antigen wells, comes with the marketing starter kit, which includes the exam room posters and the lobby posters, 100 patient trifolds, electronic patient forms, and billing protocol. All of that is on the starter kit, along with the antigen kit, which I will show everybody how to put the antigen kit together when we get over there. And then we'll do the testing applicators for 25 patients. that come in, and we'll show everybody how to put that together. And of course, we'll do that during the training. On the refill kit, we have 2 refill kits. We have a 25 patient refill kit, and we have a 50 patient refill kit. The 25 patient refill kit is just like it says, 25 patients. That's the same one as your starter kit. There's 100 patient trifolds come with that as well as the antigen kit and the applicators. If it's a 50 patient kit, the reason why we do the 50 patient kit now is we offer a $500 discount as compared to buying 2 25 patient kits. It's a little bit less expensive for us to go ahead and package a 50 patient kit than it is a 25 patient kit. Less cost on us, less filling costs on us, and less supply costs on us. So we give you a discount on that for a 50 patient kit, and we do that as especially when you start increasing your volume. So let's say, for example, you're at 5 patients a day. Well, 5 patients times 5 days is 25 patients. So you could literally go through one 25 patient kit a week once you get up to that 5 patient level. So we start everybody off at 1 patient a day, which is a 25 patient starter kit. Then on the training, here's how we do the training. I want to make sure everybody's up to speed on exactly how we do the training. First thing you have to do is you have to go online to AllergyFree.care and place the order for the starter kit, the 5750. Once you place that order, now we can split that up too if you need to. We can split that order up into 2 separate orders of $3,000 each. If we space it out like that, but at least need half down, and that is a deposit. Once we get that deposit, we ship out the marketing kit to you with the lobby posters, the exam posters, and the trifolds, so you can start booking out your patients 3 to 4 weeks from the order to the actual training date. That's why we give you plenty of time to go ahead and start booking patients for the second half of your training day. And then we start booking patients for that day. So we got to figure out what day it's going to be, and we'll schedule that out after you place the order. We'll have somebody call you and say, okay, what time would you like to do the training, what day? And that gives you plenty of time to book patients and get it ready. And when we come in on the training day, I like to come in the day before, possibly put all the trays together because we ship everything to your office, so we don't have to bring it. It's already there. I like to come in the day before. I like to put the trays together, meet everybody and the staff and say hi. Then I'll stay at the hotel that evening, possibly even go to dinner with the doctor that night, kind of get to know the doctor a little bit. And then we'll start the training at 9 a.m. the following morning. And when we come in at 9 a.m., we'll be doing a presentation. Usually doctors have like a TV up at the front office, and I like to do the presentations in the lobby. We'll get everybody on the staff up to speed on the allergy program, train you guys on how to do it, so that way everybody's using terminology that they understand. Then at 10:30, we start doing the first round of testing on the staff. Any staff or any family members or friends of the staff, have them come in between the 10:30, 12 o'clock space, and we start testing patients right there on the spot. Now, that's when we do the nitty gritty. I teach everybody. You guys watch me how to do it first, and then I'll watch you how to do it after. So I'll do it, then you do it, and then I shadow you on the second half of the day when we have live patients coming in after lunch. So at lunch we have at 12 o'clock to 1:30. We like to do lunch. I'll usually go over the billable with the office manager at that point. And then at 1:30 is when we start booking live patients. And as many rooms as you have, book those patients 45 minutes apart, maybe even an hour apart, just to make sure there's plenty enough time to be able to have talkable time in between there, because there is a learning curve on this. So maybe book an hour out per patient in each room, and book as many rooms as possible. Now, what we can do is we can stagger. Let's say you put one patient in room 1 at 1:30. You put one patient in room 2 at 1:45. One patient in room 3 at 2 o'clock. One patient in room 4 at 2:15. You see what I mean? You're staggering these patients every 15 minutes, because once you do the test, you have a 15-minute incubation on the patient's back, and that gives us enough time, or gives me enough time to rotate through all of the rooms and go from patient to patient to patient to patient. And then I watch and I shadow, and then I step back in the corner, and then I let the providers describe or discuss with the patient. That way, if the provider has any questions or issues, they can look over at me and say, did I answer that right? Or if they look over at me, I can come in and kind of answer any additional questions that the doctor may not have. So what we want to try and do is get as many patients booked in that second part of the day as possible, because you want as many experienced trainees there while I'm there in the office. So, and at 5 o'clock, we're good. We're done. And we may recap at the end of the day, but usually I stay there for the second night, and then I'm heading out the next morning. So now, if you have multiple clinics, I can do one clinic in one day, and I can do one clinic in the next day. So that's pretty easy too. It's just a matter of scheduling. Now, online back office training, we have the training videos like these that you're watching right now, and all the allergy-free document forms. The allergy-free training segment videos will be on there. Billing documents, patient documents, reporting documents, and pharmacy prescription documents will all be available online. So that's it. I'm looking forward to training you guys and getting you up to speed. We all look forward to cranking this thing out. And if you have any additional questions, feel free to contact us on allergyfree.care.